dari Komplek Balai Budaya Minomartani Ngaglik Rengku. Inilah Radio BBM, Jaringan Radio Komunitas Yogyakarta.
Radio Komunitas Balai Budaya Minomartani. Radio Budaya, Radio Warga, Radio Kita Bersama.
Hello Warga Budaya. Thank you for listening to BBM FM Community Radio, Yogyakarta, Indonesia.
Community Radio BBM FM, Creation for Nation.
Radio Komunitas BBM FM. Dukunglah budaya Indonesia.
107.7 BBM FM Community Radio. Hey, how's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening whenever you are hearing this broadcast, Warga Budaya, and wherever you are. I am Muhammad Naufal Dilham Ramadan.
And I'm Isnaini Nurhayati.
And I'm Maria Angela Trisnahasita.
And we'll be accompanying you in your lonely evening. So, how's it going, Warga Budaya? I hope you all happy, healthy, and wonderful as ever. And I hope no one is getting heartbroken. So, in this November, I'm sure that lots of you are having special moments. Are you, Warga Budaya?
Of course, Aldi. I'm also having special moments during this November.
Oh.
Wow, really, Angela?
Yes, because my birthday was on the 2nd of November.
Whoa, happy birthday, Angela. Wow, shall we sing her a birthday song or?
I think next time.
But that's crazy because my birthday is also on November the 9th.
Wow.
Oh my God. So, yeah.
Wow, what a coincidence.
By the way, happy birthdays for Adli and Angela.
Thank you.
Do you guys remember when it's our National Heroes Day?
Of course, it's on November the 10th, right?
Wow, it's thrown out that Angela still remember about the history. Give her big applause.
Thank you.
Well, talking about history, haven't we visited the TNI AD Museum last week, yes?
Yes, and by the way, I had just read from detik.com that TNI ranked 13 for the world's strongest military and ranked first in Asia. How crazy is that?
Wow, is it true? I just know that. Oh my God, I'm so proud of this country's military. Aren't you too, Warga Budaya?
I'm also very proud.
So, Angela and Isna, let us tell Warga Budaya about what we have found during our little visit to TNI AD Dharma Wiratama Museum. Let's tell them about our museum day together, yes?
Yes, it's a good idea.
Maybe Warga Budaya is already curious about what is TNI AD Dharma Wiratama Museum. Somebody explain it?
Yes, of course. TNI AD Museum is a medium to store and to display the historical collection of TNI AD itself. For those who don't know, TNI AD is the Army of Indonesian National Military. So what about you, Isna? What are your first impression of this museum?
Okay, I think the first impression from the museum is was amazing. For we are welcomed by a tank display by entering to the museum, and also everything green color dominant. Can you imagine when we first time come to the museum, you can see that all the color is green, which is remember the color of the Indonesian Army. And what about you, Angela?
Wow, there was a tank. As soon as I saw the tank, I want to ride on it. So, what about you, Aldi?
I found it really hilarious. You want to ride a tank? Well, I think I would recommend you to download tank-based game if you really want to ride on a tank.
Okay.
But however, I think the museum was really clean and tidy. It's also really cheap for us to buy the tickets to go inside. It's not really a ticket we should buy, right? So actually, the fees for you to go to inside the museum, it's free. It's free, but you need to buy the stickers for only 2,000 Indonesian rupiah per person. Like, can you imagine how cheap it is, warga budaya?
Yeah, but remember, Aldi, we cannot bring our bags to the museum. We have to leave the bags to the security guard, which is also a TNI.
Not to mention, but the TNI in there was really gentle and polite to us all, and they're literally welcome to us.
Yeah, and the TNI is very funny, actually.
Yeah, it's just like makes the museum unique from other museums because the stuff itself is a real TNI, and I was quite surprised with that actually. So to the first room we went to a room about Lieutenant Urip Sumoharjo. So a brief explanation for these people. He was born in Purworejo on the 22nd of February 1893. He is a commissioned officer in Java, Sumatra, and Sulawesi. Even though he's under the charge of KNIL, he's still on the indigenous side. He's also the Chief of General Staff TKR.
Okay, but what makes him so special, Aldi? I'm sure that warga budaya is also curious about it.
Well, Angela, he became the Chief of General Staff because the sovereignty of Indonesia was increasingly threatened back then, and the government didn't create a national military. Lenin said, "Aneh, negara zonder tentara." Does any of you know what's the meaning of zonder?
What's the meaning of the zonder, Aldi?
Well, zonder in here means tanpa. So in here, Lenin said, "Aneh, negara tanpa tentara." It's weird that a country can live without any soldier. This leads him to build the organizational structure of TKR. He also united the expat military and KNIL under one command. How crazy was that?
Wow, it's so cool. But I think that warga budaya still doesn't know what the TKR is. Can you give us a brief explanations about TKR?
Maybe I can explain about it. So, TKR is the military that responsible for the people's safety. This military was under the charge and was created by the government for the people itself. He died on November 17, 1948 and buried in Taman Makam Pahlawan Kusumanegara, Semaki, Yogyakarta.
Wow, I just know that he died in here, Yogyakarta. It's the same place that we live now, and this is very surprising. I think the story of Lieutenant Urip Sumoharjo was really amazing. Guys, but don't forget about the soldier miniature and their rifles were being displayed in the first room. Really cool and thrilling at the same time because I love seeing rifles since I like to play shooter. How about you, Angela?
I think they're really meaningful as it's all used weapons from the war. It must have lots of story, fighting, and blood behind it.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, we're being taught in our class that a thing that doesn't have any value in it.
Yeah.
But then, if that thing has a good storytelling behind it, that it would be it would be an asset to the museum itself. Same here, the weapon. There must have been a story behind it. So that's what makes this weapon valuable and can be displayed in the museum itself. So, warga budaya, the next room we went was to the room about General Sudirman.
But wait, Aldi. Of course, it will be interesting to talk about it, but to make it more interesting, let us pause for a bit to listen to this next amazing song. So, stay tuned.
Hey there, warga budaya. Thank you for staying tuned through the whole song. So, what do you think of the song, warga budaya? It was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course, it's really calming.
Yes, I could agree with that.
Okay, welcome back with us. Of course, we are ready to accompany you through your wonderful evening with lots of excitement and insight, of course. Okay, where we are, we know.
We had just talked about Lieutenant Urip Sumoharjo. Let us move on to the left side of the room where we will be seeing General Sudirman.
Wow, the one and only, yeah?
Wait guys, fun fact. Back when I was still at my junior high school, I won a storytelling competition with me playing the role as General Sudirman.
Wow, that's so cool, Aldi.
Yeah, and more fun fact about this, it was actually my very first storytelling competition I've ever joined. So yeah, so I pretty much know the brief history of General Sudirman's fighting for Indonesia. But whenever I heard the name General Sudirman, I thought of the word brave.
Wow, brave indeed. What about you, warga budaya? Okay, so Angela, can you tell us a little bit detail about the room?
Sure. So, General Sudirman initially focused more on education and economics. He was once a teacher at his Muhammadiyah. General Sudirman was active in populist socio-economic activities. His real form, he founded the Perbi Trade Cooperative, then united the cooperatives by forming the Wijaya Kusuma Indonesian Cooperative Union Organization, Sudirman became familiar with the military world when he was appointed as one of the cadres in the training of the defenders of the fatherland, or we know that PETA, which is a semi-military organization formed by Japan. PETA was established in October 1943, and the recruitment of members was voluntary from among the indigenous people. While joining the organization, Sudirman gained a lot of knowledge about the military. One day in December 1948, Dutch troops returned to carry out military aggression, better known as the Second Dutch Military Aggression. At that time, Yogyakarta, which was the capital of the Republic of Indonesia, was successfully controlled by the Dutch. General Sudirman, who had a high patriotic spirit, certainly could not accept this. He decided to fight guerrilla warfare, even though at that time his physical condition was weak due to tuberculosis, which made his lungs only function on one side. In carrying out the war, Sudirman had to be carried to lead the troops because of his illness. General Sudirman died on January 29, 1950, at the relatively young age of 34. He died in Magelang and was buried in Semaki Heroes Cemetery, Yogyakarta. For his services in fighting for Indonesian independence, he was named as an Indonesian national hero. That is the story of General Sudirman's struggle. We should emulate his spirit and apply it in our daily lives so that we are become strong individuals who do not give up easily.
Phew! I got goosebumps hearing the story. But wait a minute, I just noticed one thing. So he died in Magelang?
Yeah.
Wow, that's new to me because me myself, I'm from Magelang.
Wow.
Well, not technically from Magelang. I was born in Jakarta, but then I moved to Magelang since when I was 5 years old.
I see.
But still, it made me feel special as a Magelang person. Yeah. But yeah, I got goosebumps hearing the story.
It's true, Aldi, but all and all, he is great hero.
Agreed.
But do you know, warga budaya? I really memorized with all the facilities that the museum has provided to us. I mean, considering the museum itself, it's not as crowded as other museums. They maintain and modernize the museum pretty well, so that the visitor would easily understand the materials and more interactive during the museum.
It's true. I was so curious how could they maintain a place like this. Not to mention, it is a Dutch building. And so I asked a tannin there. They replied that they're the only one who kept the museum clean and safe.
Wow.
Yeah, about the funding itself, it came from the TNI AD and nothing else.
Wow, it's amazing.
So, for Warga Budaya, if you ever stumbled yourself in Yogyakarta, don't forget to visit this museum. I promise you would get an experience you never had before.
Oh yeah, talking about experience, there are taking picture features and also mini games in the museum.
Yeah, I remember we had a lot of fun in there.
Well, talking about games, what is your favorite game, Warga Budaya? For me, it's Valorant because I had told you before I love shooter games, or maybe other games like Minecraft or Genshin Impact. Maybe does anybody still play that game? What about you, Isna and Angela? What are your favorite games?
For me, the favorite game is Subway Surf, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I love this game because the game is very funny and this is challenging for me when the dog and the police chasing ice. You know, I think I was playing this game since I'm 7 years old until now. I still have the game at my phone.
Yeah, that game is pretty old. I don't even remember what was my high score back then.
Yeah.
I also played Subway Surf.
It's
Just
very
for
fun.
information. What about you, Angela? What is your favorite game?
I love play Bo.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, because take care of like virtual pet. It's like something that really interesting for me. So yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I played Poe before as well, but then I got bored because the only thing to do when you're playing Poe is only to take care of the Poe itself.
yeah.
yeah.
And then, however, I thought that the museum was not big Yeah, and it turned out to be a lot bigger and much longer. It's really creepy for me. Can you imagine warga budaya? We are the only one in the museum. It was really quiet, especially when we got to the long and narrow hall at the end of the museum. Okay, I remember at the moment when we at the long and narrow hall at the end of the museum, Aldi said like, guys, keep silent please. Do you hear something in there? And then I said, why? I don't hear something in there. Okay, please stop. It's not funny. It's not funny. And Angela said like, Gwenchana, it's okay, Isna, it's okay. You take care with us. And then Nodi, stop. And Aldi just laugh and haha, sorry, just kidding. Damn, I really had Aldi at the moment. Sorry, Aldi.
But I wasn't kidding during that time because it was only the three of us and nobody else in the museum.
Yeah.
And just as you said, the museum turns out to be bigger than we thought, right? And there are lots of like small, long and narrow halls in the museum. And there are many statues in the museum as well. So like there could be any possibility that there's someone following us or something. We never know.
And then, when I see in the picture on the mannequin, I see that they are alive or something. I think it's just my imagination because I watched a lot of film horror last time. So this will give impact to me. But I think it's not alive. It just add to my imagination. How about you? Do you think the same time?
Yeah, I think that could be true because as I said before, like we're the only ones there and I do really hear something. But I don't want to scare you during the time, so I just say that I'm just kidding. But now that we're here, I want to tell you that it's a truth.
Oh no, I had Aldi.
Okay.
It's true. Or maybe you have a claustrophobia, Isna?
Yeah, I think it's true. What about you, warga budaya? Do you have any phobia?
For me, I don't know if this is a phobia or not, but I really hate flying cockroaches.
I think everybody does.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of losing her. Huh?
Jailah.
Okay, warga budaya. So, talking about her, let us pause for a bit and let's mood up by listening to this next song. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back again with us, Warga Budaya. So, how's the song?
Oh my god, it's really calming.
Yeah, I know the song fills the hole in my heart. Anyway, talking about holes, there was actually a hole that leads to a bunker in the museum. It was located in the outdoor sections of the museum. At first, I thought we could not enter the bunker since it was narrow and dark. I thought we need supervision from the staff in there. But then, as I see Aldi enter the hole, and it turned out that there was a lighting in the bunker, and we realized that the bunker was also the part of the museum. Nah, the name of the bunker is Bunker Jepang. So it was a bunker built by the Japanese back in 1953. It has the depth of 2 meters under the ground and the width of 2 x 2 meters. Its purpose is as a place to protect the leaders of the Japanese soldiers in emergency situation. Nah, after the independence of Indonesia, the bunker was being used as headquarters for the TKR until it became a museum at 1982. Nah, what do you think about this bunker, Warga Budaya? Does this creepy or not? Actually, for me, like I thought before, that I'm afraid of enclosed space, so it's make very creepy for me. Okay, so I think this was a little story of our experience at the TNI AD Dharma Wiratama Museum. How about you, Warga Budaya? Really very fun? Yeah, are you interested to visit this museum or not?
And also, if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, I think museum date is a good choice that you can do.
Wow, museum date.
So, don't wait anymore. Let's go to the TNI AD Dharma Wiratama Museum. The museum located on Jenderal Sudirman Street, number 75, Terban Gondokusuman, Kota Yogyakarta, Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta. The museum open at 8 until 14 every day except Sunday.
Yeah, I totally agree. So if you ever come to Yogyakarta, please don't forget to come to this museum. Not only come to Tugu Jogja or Parangtritis, because everybody already know that place. I mean, if you guys want to improve your insights more about the history of TNI AD, you should visit this museum because, as we have told you before, it has a good facility, it's all modernized, it's clean, it's big, all the sensors are good, it's really interactive with the museum visitors, so we do really recommend you to come to TNI AD. And not to mention, it was very cheap, yes?
Yeah, it's very cheap.
Of course.
And then at the museum, we have the photo booth, like photo booth, we can take a photo together.
Yes.
It's very fun.
Don't forget to bring your family, friends, or loved ones to go to
Museum.
TNI AD. Well, Warga Budaya, how long has it been? Oh my god, it's been only for 16 minutes, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe.
But I think we've been already talking here for too long. So, we would like to thank all parties on duties, listeners, and also to you all, Warga Budaya. I would like to also to thank you for Isna and Angela for having a chat here with me. Thanks for coming, both of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Aldi.
We'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to be happy and see you. Salam Budaya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you guys.
Terima kasih. Anda sedang mendengarkan Radio Komunitas BBM FM 107,7 MHz.
Dipancarkan dari kawasan Balai Budaya Minomartani, Radio Komunitas BBM FM.